Hey everyone, welcome to Tellor Weekly Call, July 8th. So if you can tell, a lot of us are not here. They're out at ETHCC. So if you're out in Brussels watching this, yeah, don't know who you are, but go hit up Brenda, Ryan, and Caleb. They'll be hanging out, meeting with potential integrations, figuring out what the whole space is, what's going on. Brenda gave a talk on Saturday, Stable Summit, went really well. I don't know if we posted a link to it or not, but we'll find out. We'll get a link for you if you want to watch her 8-minute talk. I watched a few of the other panels too. They were pretty good. So definitely good stuff still going on in crypto. For us, we're still just deep, I guess, in layer build land. Probably this week. So we're going live on testnet this week. If you want to be a validator, basically what live on testnet means is like, if you want to test out running a reporter or a validator over there, come hit us up. It's still relatively, we're just going to be working on the docs. You'll be kind of one of the first people through hitting us up. It'll be fun. So if you want to figure out what that looks like for you, if you're thinking about maybe reporting, or if you got a bag of TRV and want to be a validator, yeah, let us know. We can run over. You'll probably it's very similar to kind of running Tellor now, but it's just going to be very stable rewards, which will be cool. So if it won't be as much like, oh, sometimes you get a bunch of rewards because you're running an MEV bot, it's much less cutthroat. It'll just be run this software. We all kind of split rewards based upon how much TRV we have. So that'll be really cool. If you want to test it out, if you've never run a Cosmos validator, anything like that, let us know. I know there's a few of you out there. So yeah, and then other than that, deploying to some new chains, and working on a couple of new articles coming out too. So it's gonna be fun. Dan, how's things going?
Pretty good. Unit testing for layers going well. I'm almost done with the dispute module.
Nice. Yeah. Spuddy?
I have been checking like operational type stuff, I guess. But yeah, my Ampleforth backup seems to be working. I've been testing that and like watching for it to report on Amoy. So now I'm gonna I think I'm gonna fire it up and see if it doesn't report on mainnet, and that'll be like the mainnet test, and then I'll do a PR.
Cool.
Yeah. What do you got for me?
I did a question. Somebody asked, where do we in the tip listener? So we have the tip listener and it checks for profitability, right? Where do we get those prices? Are those the prices? So like the profitability would be based on the gas price and the TRB price, correct?
Yeah, it's going to use the feeds. It's using the feeds, the Tellor feeds.
So it's using it's not, is it using the on-chain price for either of them or the feeds?
The feeds.
The feeds, okay.
The medianized Tellor sources is what it uses for the calculation.
That's what I thought, then that makes sense. So, okay. Wanted to make sure on that. Anyway, but yeah. And then no, for you, I mean, the biggest thing is keep trying layer. Pull it down, see if you can run it. And then you're gonna be working with Mike on everyone else, and just keep hit it, do some documentation, and keep making that documentation better, because we need documentation on, so there's running a validator reporter, running just a reporter, even to, I know Ryan had worked a little bit, you can hit him up, like documentation on for people, how do you download a Cosmos wallet and send a token on Cosmos? A lot of people in our community won't be familiar with that, so those are things we're going to be working on. So
Yep, and I'm only familiar with it on a very basic level myself. So as I learn, I can write stuff down. That's how I do my guides anyway.
yeah, I mean, but I feel like, you know, most of us here, like it's like once you've done like 20 different chains, it's like adding another, there's like private keys and wallets and you're like, yeah.
Oh yeah, like handling, you know, yeah, handling keys to do the validator stuff is obviously that's more of like you know, how good are you at server security? If you don't know what I'm talking about, like that's, you know, just don't let anybody see those keys for sure.
Cool. All right. Tim, how's things?
Yeah, good. Buttoning up some UVM layer tests. And then pushing those soon today. And then moving on to some monitoring scripting for our layer testnet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you want, once you have those, teach Spuddy how to run.
Yeah. Okay. And that's almost the same. It's like halfway there to like a relayer too. But
Yeah. What a relayer would just be like a monitoring script with a function call at the end, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Uh,
So we can
cool.
fork that for the relayer afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing like the difference between like the DVM and the relayer and all that, they're gonna all look very, very similar.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Akram?
The audit came back after the fixes. There's still a few things to change, so I'll be fixing those and also added tests to the reporter module. So I'll keep finishing that as well.
Yeah. And then Mike, anything on your end?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna catch up and get all the docs prep up to speed as much as I can this week. And then depending on the timing of that, obviously prepare a more public announcement post about public testnet and guiding people to the docs that way.
Cool. Great. Any questions or comments this week? Don't think so.
No.
Yeah, and if you guys want to go look at my last tweet, I did self-plug. I post Ethereum has this idea. I know we talked about it last week. There's like the issuance curve. The idea from the Ethereum Foundation is minimum viable issuance. And then somebody came with a very well published counter argument, which is maximum viable security. Then, but you dig deeper, this is like the Lido funded group. So like basically, you know, they funded a bunch of researchers to post like something that helps LSTs survive. But they don't say that there's no disclosures or anything. So it's super interesting. Now it's like you just can't believe any research put out by any of these things because everybody has so much self-interest going into it. So that said, we're trying to align interests correctly here at Tellor. So, but it's a tough problem. It's really eating things alive. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Talk to you next week.